So let's take a look at the club. In case this is the very first time you've been looking at things, just a quick review. What are we all about? Well, we're the Worldwide Shoppers Club. We're an international, non-registered, not-for-profit, private membership club. All those things are very important. Our purpose is to create community prosperity through a reward system that brings together local members and merchants in communities all around the world to enhance their lifestyle, finances, profits, and loyal customer base. Now, we do this because we're looking for a certain group of people. We want to attract like-minded people that want to win at achieving the club's purpose in a fun and social atmosphere. And I would think there's a lot of people out there that want to improve their finances and lifestyle. So I don't think we're going to have too much trouble finding those people as long as we can produce a program that works. And that's what we have. And that's what we're enhancing today as we talk about the digital payment solution. Now, as you may or may not know, money spent with local merchants has 3 to 4 times the total economic impact as that's spent in the big box chain stores. So we have a very simple plan. Our plan is to create our own closed loop rebate economy. And we're going to do this by having our members support community merchants in exchange for rebates. Now, those rebates do not go directly back to the members. What they do is they go into a very large global rebate pool. And then we have a system called the residual rebate system that divides that pool up in such a way that members will receive back to the degree that they contributed to the growth of the club and how much they've helped the economies around the world. Now, the great part about this is that members can receive hundreds or even thousands of dollars back per month in residual rebates. In fact, many members will receive back more residual rebates in a month than they're actually spending every single month. And that's a great goal to shoot for, especially since we're just getting started and we have the whole world in which to grow. So we have come to the conclusion that if we are really going to have our own closed loop rebate economy, we must have our own currency and payment solution to avoid excessive bank charges to distribute more rebates to our members. You know, if you look at many economies around the world, most of them are having troubles because they have too much debt. Debt is a huge problem and an easy trap to fall into. And the only beneficiaries of the people that get into those trouble are the banks and the money handlers. So we're choosing to be as debt-free as possible in our closed loop rebate economy. Let me give you an example in the banking world of what happens just as we go along doing our transactions in order to receive the rebates. It costs 15 to 30% in bank, credit card charges, and other fees just to move money through all these transactions. For example, when a member purchases something from a merchant, it's about a 3 to 7% charge in a credit card fee just to handle that transaction. Also, if members pay for their fees using a credit card, there's a charge there also. The next part is that merchants send money into our global pool, and there's going to be a transfer fee from that. And then from the global pool, we have to send that to the member's e-wallet. And just those 2 transactions alone will probably take another 10%. And then once it's in the member's e-wallet, it has to be transferred to their bank, which is another charge. And then on top of that is currency conversions if you're dealing between different countries. So if you look at all these fees, as we've mentioned, easily 15 to 30% of the pool just disappears. And if it disappears from the pool, that means we have less to divide up. Even though we're paying out 100% of the pool, it's a smaller pool. Now let's take a look at what happens in this new world of digital currency. Our digital payment solution avoids excessive bank charges for merchant savings and keeps more rebates for our members. When we're talking about this digital payment solution, each step along the way from wallet to wallet costs 1 penny for each transaction, no matter the size of the transaction. Again, that's different when you're talking about a percentage with the credit cards and banks. The larger that you have, the more money that you're going to have to give to them. Well, this is 1 penny. Doesn't matter if it's $1,000, $100, or 25 cents. Members could pay their fees using a digital payment solution, cost 1 penny. Members could pay merchants and cost 1 penny. And by the way, it's the members that pay the penny. So in other words, the merchants get all of the money for the transaction, and that's going to enable them to be more willing to pay more rebates. Similarly, when merchants move things to the global pool, it could cost a penny. When the club moves it from the global pool into the member's digital wallet, that's another penny. And since this digital currency is global, there literally is no country-to-country currency conversion fees. 0. However, when you do want to change from a digital currency to a fiat currency, there could be a charge of 1 to 1.5%. But the more people we get using the digital currency, the less you'll have to do that because you'll be able to use it for most of the things that you're doing, and you'll also be able to receive your rebates through it. So it will just become a continuous flow in our closed loop rebate economy. Now we need to point out that as a result of all of this, these enormous savings just increase the global pool that is divided 100% among the active members and merchants and enables more residual rebates to be distributed. Let's just take a look at that one more time. So the digital payment solution pool could be up to 30% larger without the bank, credit card, and e-wallet processing charges. So if you look at the right here, that's our digital solution. And this would be the size of our rebate pool, which basically I'm going to say is virtually 100%. Yes, there's a few pennies taken out here and there, but let's just call that 100%. If we were to run that through the normal banking economy, 15 to 30% of that pool would be used up, and we would be left with 85 to 70% of the pool to divide up amongst the members. Let me ask you a question. Which pool would you prefer? Well, I certainly would prefer the one on the top, not only because the pool is larger, but because I believe our members will actually use the money better than the banks. They will stimulate the economy. They will pay down their debts. They will buy things they need. When they buy things they need from our merchants, the merchants will create more jobs, and around our closed loop economy will go. Now, I don't know if you can feel it yet, but here I am getting all excited again. Every time I talk about this, I really can see how we are creating something phenomenal. We are creating a new closed loop sharing global economy where everybody wins. I hope you're as excited as I am. I hope you got the idea that we're playing a big game and we need to band together to get this job done. We can change a lot of people's lives, and we can change the economies for the better and do it the way that's supposed to be done. So thanks for joining me, and I hope to meet up with you someday in your local prosperous economy.